name is Benson.
Now, what location are you? What is this location that you are farming?
I am in my farm.
Yes.
Where I have grown maize with the DI grow, which is organic fertilizer, and it has shown a lot of progress through the way you can see some of the maize, like one of the maize that I'm touching. It has bared twin maize, and it is tall as long as 12 feet.
So, how do you work with that DI grow?
The DI grow, first I started growing. I started with it when they germinated. Though I skipped one of the steps that was supposed to be done, I would have expected greater yield than what I have seen, although I cannot regret that I started when they germinated. I did the spray with the kind of the pump.
That's the pump.
This pump that I'm hanging it on my shoulder. I started the first, and it took about 3 weeks after the first spray. Then I went to the second spray. That was when they had grown to 2 feet. Then by 3 other weeks, it has grown quite as substantial, although it has not breeded up. But the thing is, I went for the second spray. The third spray, I did not go on further than the third spray, though I would have gone even to the 5th stage, and I would have expected that greater yield than what I have.
Okay, now it seems that there is a time you start spraying. Is it the third week that you start?
I started at that period of about that week.
The third week,
Yes.
After planting?
Yes.
That means after they germinate, you start spraying the third week?
Yes.
Okay. So, you talked about DI grow. What is DI grow?
DI grow is the word itself. D stands for diamond interest. It's one of the company among the Dynafarm group of companies, 7 group of companies, which deals with facilitating the planting and especially for assisting the rooting of the seeds. Then it assists the stem. Then it comes to assist the leaves. And what happens to DI grow is an organic fertilizer that is actually in liquid form. We have 2 types of DI grows.
You as who?
The
Dynafarm.
Dynafarm. So the Dynafarm has 2 types. One is in green and the other one is in lead. The first one, which is in green, is the one that is used in planting. It is used in facilitating the growing of the stem and also the leaves. And it also helps even the animals. And one of the advantages of the DI grow is it has more benefits than the ordinary, the anorganic fertilizer, because this is organic. So what happens is all the rest of the other fertilizer that are recommended for planting or doing things in the farm, you realize you cannot use one single type like CNA, and but then you realize when you put the DI grow, it can be able to compost all the rest of the other fertilizers that would have to follow in the plant. Then DI grow, one of the advantages of DI grow is you can use it for a very big farm, and it has simple way of culling. You do not need to hire a lorry, because 1 acreage you can probably be able to farm with only 1 liter of DI grow. The other DI grow in the lead form, it only comes in when the stocking, when the plant stalks. Then from that stage, it means the DI grow in lead is used for flowering stages, facilitating, helping the plant to be able to maintain its flower, and also it also makes bigger or the growth. It facilitates the growth, and it is able to help the flowering not to fall.
Okay, I can see you have many plants. Is this called intercropping? There is rosemary, there are bananas, there are cassava. This farm has so many. Do you use DI grow for all of them?
Oh yes. The only difference is when it comes to bananas, the application is in different form. When it comes to bananas, you use silage by injection, but all the rest of the others you can spray. So I usually spray. First is to target on the stem, targets on the leaves, and targets on the root on the ground.
Alright. Now, are those sukuma wiki I can see in the mesh, in the wire mesh?
Can we be able to move to that, please?
We look at them.
Yeah.
We look at the sukuma wiki and then the chicken. That is the sukuma wiki plot.
This is a sukuma wiki vegetables.
Yeah.
Then I have also a tomato. I have some Ugandan pumpkins growing in the nursery. Then I have also spinach. This usually is sprayed and then it's watered every evening and in the morning.
Now after you spray DI grow, can you still pluck sukuma wiki for consumption?
Oh yes.
Yes.
When it comes to the question of DI grow, it is friendly to the human. In fact, even if it happened, it was sprayed even into your mouth, nothing would happen. It will still be okay. One of the most interesting things is the same DI grow that is in green color only is used also by animals such as hens, cows, all sort of animals plus fish also.
Okay. So after the sukuma wiki plot, you also have chicken who take DI grow?
Yeah, it also takes DI grow in their food, feeding.
We would wish to look at the chicken.
Okay.
Still hot. Hey, 5 kilos. So that is the one that has been fed on DI grow?
This is part of some of my hens on cock farm, which is fed on the DI grow. Normally it's supplied on the food, on their food.
Their food.
Yes.
You sprinkle some DI grow on
it, and then it takes also. It can also be applied in water again.
Yeah.
And one of the things is when you feed the DI grow on hens, they tend to have a larger size like this. If you look at this kind of the cock, it is around 5
kg.
5 kg.
That is successful. Okay. I think it's good farming. It's okay now. So those are the bananas that you syringe them?
Yes. Normally, when you look at the kind of the banana that is growing here, one of it has already yielded, and the most interesting thing is when you look at the stem itself, it is at an average of about almost 1 foot in diameter, and it is because of feeding on the DI grow. And it is fed normally within a month's time. It takes on once. Then the second return back to to the stem. It is usually applied here on the stem. It is usually, if you look at this kind of hole here, it was done during the injection. So what happens is we put the silage in an angle of about 45. After that is done, then you keep the silage in for about 5 minutes to allow the inside water to be able to absorb all the DI growth that is. And usually it is done in a concentrated form, not diluted in any form. All the rest of the other applications are done in a diluted form. Because when you look at the ends, you put it as 25 milligrams within the water of about 20 liters, which you divide to ends of about 10. So that each would take about 2 liters. But when it comes to the banana, like the one I'm holding, it takes 15 ml.
I think that is all. Mute.
Ini,
oh, ile nyuma nayo yothe nĩ safi.
atigara ĩrĩ.
Haha kĩrĩ na space haha.
Tũkũwĩkĩra gatagatĩ kũrĩa kwa mũgũnda. Ĩyo ĩrĩ. Oya ũcio twarĩrwo harĩa mũthia. Kana tũmĩ-squeeze gũkũ.
Ũrona mama ĩno yahandagwo gũkũ gatagatĩ. Ĩgwĩkagĩrĩra kĩruru he mũmera ũrĩa wahanda.
Kĩrĩa mũtĩ ũmwe ona harĩa hatirĩ.
Rĩu ĩyo ĩngĩ rĩ?
Ĩyo ĩngĩ
ndĩrona irima rĩ harĩa.
Kwa mũhaka ũrĩa?
Kũrĩa mũhaka-inĩ. Mayaniko.
Ndũnekĩra mũbuto ũrĩa kuugaga.
Nĩyo tũrageria gũkorwo tũkĩhanda.
Kĩrĩ mũcarigire.
Aregire gũkorwo agĩũka rĩu nginya ndĩrorio kinya kaeku. Ndũkĩmũgucia rĩu kuma na kũu tondũ nĩwe ũkũmũkuhĩrĩirie na hau.
Ũcimba irima rĩngĩ haha mwaka-inĩ?
Ũcio mũtĩrĩ nĩ
ndĩrathire atĩ ndauma prepared rũcinĩ atĩ njĩte mwete rĩu wona nĩ ngwendaga gũka tondũ mathe nĩ ekũrutagĩrwo magongona gũkũ kanitha-inĩ. Mathe no kũrutagĩrwo igongona rĩ.
Haha ũguo marima.
Rĩu niĩ ndakiuga niĩ ndigũtinda ngĩmweterera. Rĩu tondũ akĩnjĩrire no nginya atendi kanitha no ndatigana nake.
Kuja na hiyo vitu. Kini nini? Hizo usiwache hapa, tutakuja kuichukua. Naona mũgũnda ũcio ũrĩa watuĩka bibi. Alafu ndoge harĩa mĩrĩo-inĩ ũhũre cina rĩrĩa ya mwena na thimũ.
Ni ũguo.
Ni maua na ngoa. Kuna haja ya kupanda maua.
No, kweli.
Handũ ha kũrũgama na photo. Rĩu nĩ tũgĩthiĩ akahũra twarũgama akoya.
Naona mĩtĩ ĩyo.
Haha ngiuma gũkũ haha ndatigĩte kũraga ũgakinya haha mũtĩ-inĩ ũyũ. Wakinya haha.
Rĩu no atamirwo gĩthĩ.
Nĩ moka ndona thara ũngĩenda kũnina thara.
Nĩrĩa kahuti kau gatige kũhonyia mu.
Rori. Thara ũngĩũka ũtinagia ũtinagia ũguo nĩ kũnina thara.
Ndũkũhethũka.
Ũbataraga ũtinĩrie rĩrĩ ũtinĩrie gũkũ
A few inches.
Ĩni. Wathiĩ kĩrĩa wathiĩ seminar ya farming nĩ wĩbundithagia ũguo. Nĩwona ta ũkĩrĩa kĩgwa ndatigire nĩwona tũmĩtĩ tũtũ tuothe tũtũ kĩrĩ grafted aka ũyũ na ũyũ. Ũyũ nĩuma ũyũ nĩũrĩikio ũũ nĩũrareha rĩrĩa ndarĩ gũkũ nĩwareha ũyũ tagwo kĩmera kĩngire nĩwareha njirithano wĩita hau. Ũyũ nĩguo wĩtagwo wa gĩkũyũ wĩtagwo mũgũ. Nĩguo wĩtagwo mũgũ.
Bonda. Unajua sauti kama ni yako. Ukitegeti.
Atake.
Aya, kwero wapi ya brother?
Sina olu.
Yes, yes.
Yeah?
Kwero wa matiko.
Modu.
Ego.
Na kama aku.
Hata nani hivi na olu. Ego sauti kama ni yako.
Uyu nĩguo ũgate gũtirĩ.
Ti gũkũ no anga kũrĩa waru ũrĩ. Rĩu ningĩ gĩtonga ndũyũ mũthenya ũmũthĩ uma wake wa kũhurũka.
Nĩrandĩka recording.